What's going on? So, we're finally here. 20K. 20,000 of you have watched my reactions, have watched my videos, my covers, my lessons, everything. You guys have been here since the beginning. 2 years later, from 500, I started this channel. We're here. 20,000 subscribers. 20,000 of you guys have watched my video. We're here. 20,000 subscribers. Thank you to every single one of you that watch my videos and just continue to watch my videos. I learn so much through the comment section. It's ridiculous, man. You guys are teaching me so much stuff, whether it be about baby metal, Dimash, it'd be about freaking Shade Empire, it'd be about Devin Townsend, a bunch of bands. I reviewed a bunch of bands. ICDD, Seven Spires. Dude, I have been building this community for the last almost 4 years. 2 years ago, I was only at 500 subscribers. 500 subscribers 2 years ago. And today we're at 20K. I can't believe it. I really can't. I can't believe it. You guys are amazing. So thank you so much for supporting the Empire. These are my favorite albums of all time. Alright, so let's just jump right into it, man. The top 10 favorite albums in my entire life. Okay? This is of all time, guys. I'm talking the big ones. Though I'm gonna have to go into my vinyl case back here and pull out some of them to show you guys. A lot of these are already on the channel, on my link tree, but I'm just gonna go ahead and throw out some of the obvious ones, okay? These are the ones that barely made it. So they almost made it to my top 10, but they aren't in my top 10. Honorable mentions, if you will, almost made it. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw you some of those right now. El Nino, Revolution. This album right here supplements the best new metal sound you will ever hear in your entire life, really. Like I said many times, I've watched these guys open for freaking Linkin Park and Puddle of Mud. So they weren't fucking around. I think there was like 8 or 9 members, and I actually thought they were from Brazil, but they're not. They're from the US. So, but man, this album is fucking killer, dude. If you guys love new metal, like if you honestly love new metal, you need this. You fucking need this album, dude. And the fact that this comes in a beautiful green and yellow tint is just, man, look at this, dude. It feels so surreal owning this. I used to listen to this when I was like, I don't know, fucking like 7 or 8, dude. This album is flipping amazing, dude. And look at this, dude. Look at this freaking print. Look at this, man. To be able to own this after 20 something years is unbelievable. It really is, guys. I freaking love this album so much. This is definitely almost there. Almost in the top 10. Almost. Not. Barely makes it. But yeah, man, this album is killer. Please, if you guys have a chance in your entire life, please listen to this album because it's fucking amazing. The fact that these guys mix Spanish and English into their lyrics and it's just straight hardcore new metal is unbelievable. It is fucking unbelievable, man. This album, it's just no touching this album. Really, there's no touching it as far as new metal groups. It is one of the best new metal acts you will ever listen to. And the lead singer, Christian Mercado, is a freaking genius. His voice is so freaking awesome, man. His screams It cleans everything about this album. It's just so good, dude. It's such a great album, man. All of you guys need to go listen to this right now. There's so many tracks on this album that are so good. From the opening track, God Save Us, If You Still Hate Me, Unreal, that's arguably the track that made them, it supplemented them into getting signed. In my personal opinion, that's how I feel about it. Nothing's Clear, I love this song. What Comes Around, love this song. Liar, Rumba. Predisposed is my all-time favorite song by El Nino. I Am Loco, No Murder, Rip Out Your Eyes, Revolution, Revolucion, and With You, excuse me. With You is a ballad, literally. It's like a ballad. I think it's a flamenco guitar. It's either flamenco or it's a nylon string guitar. I think it's flamenco, but it's a beautiful ballad. It really is, man. But yeah, please, guys, listen to this album. It's amazing. I've gone on without saying enough. It is an amazing nu metal album. Up next, a more recent album that I've been listening to for a very long time, and I didn't think this was gonna go on the list. Honestly, I really didn't picture this going on the list of all time. But oh my god, dude, how many plays do I have from this? How many plays do I freaking play Tala? And not to mention, the lead singer's like best friends with me, so it's just a fucking bonus. This is the story about an individual who literally cuts off his package because his mom wanted him to be a girl, and then he kills his mom. It is unbelievable, man. It is an unbelievable album. It's a regular print. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the Bloodshed print, but this album is unfucking believable. Arguably, this album right here is what supplemented the revival of nu metal. And yeah, I've been a huge fan of nu metal my whole life. And just, this album is so good, dude. It really is, man. I need you guys to please listen to this album, because it is unbelievably fucking amazing. From No One Should Read This to Kungan, one of my personal favorites. Overconfidence, another one of my favorites. Placenta, LED, The Silo, We the Sad, Too Quick to Grieve is the all-time best track on this album. Cottonmouth is really good too. Murder Seat's awesome. Borderline of Pain and Red Light, dude. This story is a bloody fucking masterpiece. Continuing with nu metal, we have Spineshank, The Height of Callousness. If you guys love cyber and industrial elements mixed with nu metal, these guys are your freaking ticket to listening to some of the best nu metal you will ever listen to in your entire life, man. I heard this album for the first time on Spotify. Whenever Spotify became a thing, I discovered Spineshank, and oh my fucking god, dude, this band, Johnny Santos is an unbelievable vocalist, unbelievable, and just, yeah, this band all together, man, they're so good. Asthmatic, The Height of Callousness, my favorite track on the album. Synthetic, New Disease, Can't Be Fixed. Cyanide 2600, Play God, another one of my favorites. Malnutrition, another one of my favorites. Seamless, Negative Space, definitely, probably one of my favorites on the album. And Transparent. This album is a powerhouse of nu metal. Powerhouse, man. And it almost made my top 10. Almost. But there's just 10 albums that beat it. Deftones, self-titled. I know, you guys are like, what? This guy loves Deftones. Sorry, I had a fucking thing there. This guy loves Deftones. Why the fuck is he putting this not in his top 10? One word. Deathblow. I don't like it. I don't like this song. It's the only song I don't like on this album. It's just a very, very bleh song. I just didn't care for it, man. Hexagram, the opener, the anthem, arguably the anthem of this album, is an amazing track. amazing. I love it. It's so different, so new. It's new, but it's old, but it's amazing. This came out in 2003, I think, or 2000. It was 2000. White Pony. 2003. This came out. Needles and Pins, one of the best tracks on this album, man. One of the best tracks. My Nerva is my favorite ballad of the Deftones, in my personal opinion. It's such an amazing track, such an amazing video too. Good Morning Beautiful, another beautiful track. Death Blow is pretty mid. I don't like it. When Girls Telephone Boys do WGTB is an amazing track. And one of the drummers on YouTube did an amazing cover. Make sure you guys go check it out. Of When Girls Telephone Boys. He nailed it. He literally fucking nailed it. And he's in a band that you guys probably know, but I can't announce that he's in. Side 2, Battle Axe, the best track on this album. The best track on this album. Such a beautiful, beautiful intro, and it leads right into just a wall of sound, dude. A wall of sound, just, yeah. And it's amazing. Lucky You. You listen to this stuff when you're going to a rave or some shit, or like a whorehouse or some shit, or sex club. Yeah, dude, this is just it's a sexy track. It really is. Lucky You is a very sexy track. Whenever I listen to Lucky You, I always think of Lost Highway and Fear and Loving in Las Vegas, like the nighttime scenes. And what's the other movie I'm thinking of? Oh, Silence of the Lambs, when Buffalo Bill's putting on his fucking robe, dude. Yeah, that's what I think of when I listen to Lucky You. Bloody Cape, an amazing video and an awesome song. Love this song. Anniversary of an Uninteresting Event. This is an amazing track too. I love this track so much. It's such a beautiful, beautiful ballad on this album. And Mona was a pretty good song too, for an outro. A very, very good outro. A couple more honorable mentions that are more recent albums that I have done on my channel that I can unfortunately not pick as my top 10 because they haven't gotten that many plays. Wilder Run. Tyranny of Imagination. Wow. Or sorry, Veil of Imagination. Wilder Run, Veil of Imagination. Wow. An amazing, amazing album. The beginning track, The Unimaginable Zero Summer, is such an amazing, amazing track, dude. It's long. It's really long. And I have yet to listen to their new album. I probably will in the future. It's just so much stuff for me to get done. This was requested to me by a patron, Amintus. And dude, I was so stunned at how amazing this album was, man. It's literally one of the best albums I ever heard in my entire life. It is so good. O Resolution is the next track. And just, if you guys love Opeth, man, please listen to this album, because it's an amazing, amazing masterpiece of an album. It truly is. I freaking love this album. Sleeping Ambassadors of the Sun, very awesome, awesome track as well. Scentless Core, Budding, Far From Where Dreams Unfold, Scentless Core, Fading. These three tracks together are just, they're so good. The Tyranny of Imagination, dude. This video and this song alone made some of the best songs that I heard back in 2020. And yeah, dude, this album is so good. When the Fire and the Rose Were One, the finale, an amazing finale. And just, dude, this album, it just deserves so much love, man. It deserves so much love. And the sad thing is that they only have 20,000 monthly listeners. This is a fucking masterpiece. It is a true fucking masterpiece of an album. And I really suggest every single one of you guys watching to please go listen to it after you're done watching this video, because it's an amazing album. Thornhill, The Dark Pool, an amazing, amazing album, man. Such an amazing album. I love this fucking album, dude. It gets so many plays. Not as much plays as the top 10 do, but holy fucking shit, dude. This album was just unlike anything I've ever heard in my entire life. this band is unlike anything I've ever heard. I'm so thankful for all of you to get me onto this album review and to do it. It was an amazing album. Views from the Sun, Nurture, the story about this superhero, it was just wow. It was like Nurture, and then Where Do We Go When We Die? It was like a continuation of Nurture. This album is so good. The Haze, dude, the wall of sound on The Haze, Red Summer, In My Skin, All the Light We Don't See, Lily and the Moon, one of my favorite tracks, Coven, another one of my favorite tracks, Human was a really good track too, Another Place, kind of an instrumental, it leads right into Where We Go When We Die, the best track on this album. This album is just short of an hour and a half, and oh my god, it is so good. This album is so good, man. I really need every single one of you guys to please go listen to The Dark Pool. Please. Let's jump into it. My top 10. My top 10 of all time. I gotta give it to him, man. I gotta give it to him. This band came out of fucking nowhere. Fucking nowhere. And they impressed the fuck out of me. They honestly impressed the fuck out of me. Davidius, The Arcadian Parallel is number 10. Dude, this album, it's amazing. It's an amazing Gen experience. Every single track is a fucking banger. It slaps, dude. And I really need every single one of you guys to please support this band, because they are only at 16,000 monthly listeners. They have new content incoming in the future. But dude, every single track on this, dude, and the production is so good. It's so good, dude. Serpent Skin, Deja Vu, Lucid, the best track on this album next to Sky, Ghost Hunter, Everin, Sky, dude, Sky was so good. Paralyzed, Subconscious, Obsidian, Ereshkigal, dude, this album, man, I don't know why you guys are still sleeping on this album review I did. I think it has maybe 5 likes and maybe, I don't know, 90 views. That's it. You guys need to jump on this album, dude. You're really fucking missing out on some really good fucking gent. Progressive gent. It's so good. It really is, man. And I bought this album on Bandcamp. I bought it on Bandcamp. That's how much I fucking love this album, man. It's such an amazing experience of an album. And I have not stopped listening to this album for the past year. I love this album so much. And Allison's vocals are just so godly, dude. So godly and so demonic at the same time. She's such a great singer. And I can't wait until they make a new album, because I'll be jumping the fuck on it. Number 9, Korn. Life is Peachy. What can I say, man? The beginning twist that leads into a fucking tribute to one of the best bassists in nu metal is just legendary. It's a fucking legendary album, man. Not to mention it features a collab with Chino Moreno himself. That's right. Wicked features Chino Moreno with Jonathan Davis. And I got to witness this live. It is an amazing album. It really is, man. Twist, Chi, Lost, Swallow, Porno Creep, Good God. Dude, Good God is the best track on this album next to Chi. Mr. Rogers, dude, this is a progressive masterpiece of a track. It really is. It's a progressive fucking masterpiece of a track. I fucking love this track so much. I want to learn how to drum this so bad, dude. I honestly do. And then you have, I can't really say it. It's the C word, but it's spelled with a K. So yeah. That's how you say it, basically. It's just basically a cuss word. That's the name of the song. And it's a really good song, too. And No Place to Hide. I love this track. And you got Wicked featuring Chino Moreno. The only feature on this album is with Chino Moreno. I love this album, dude. I love this fucking album. Adidas, All Day I Dream About Sex. Amazing video, amazing song. arguably, this is the very first Korn song I've ever heard. And I fell in love with this band ever since. Lowrider is a cover by is it Lou Bega that sings it? I can't remember who sings the original, but yeah. It's decent. It's decent, but it's not enough to hurt the album. Ass Itch. Dude, Ass Itch. Ugh. The guitar. Dude, it's so good. Wait. It's just, oh my god. Some white sides that dying. Fucking love this track, dude. This and Kill You, the perfect finale. Honestly, both of these tracks are just the perfect finale. I love this album, dude. I can't get over how much I fucking love this album, man. It's just, it is their best album. I know a lot of people will say, what about Follow the Leader? No, dude. There's 2 tracks on there I don't care for. Children of the Corn and the one with Limp Bizkit, All in the Family. Dude, that's trash. It's trash. I didn't care for it. I thought it was a horrible approach on that album. I love Ice Cube. Don't get me wrong. I love Ice Cube and I love Limp Bizkit. I love Fred Durst. But holy shit, man. Why put that on an album? Nah, man. Life is Peachy is the best Korn album to ever exist. Number 8. Nemec. Mechanical Spin Phenomena. You owe it to yourself to listen to Nemec. Industrial, cyber, progressive, extreme metal. Fucking amazing band, dude. Fucking amazing. They lost their vocalist last year. Gilliam died. Rest in peace. But holy shit, man. This album gets so much plays, dude. It is ridiculous how many plays I play on this album. It is ridiculous. It's so good, dude. It's such a fucking masterpiece of an album. Liquid. Such a fast-paced track. And just... oh, dude. Mike screams. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, dude. The screamer, the vocalist is so good. And Gilliam was amazing too, but holy shit, man. This album, so good. Bloodstained, I love this cyber industrial masterpiece. Such a great track. Ghost, another great track. Double Cross, probably the best track on the album next to Naked and the Dead. Tattoos, this was a pretty good track too. The Naked and the Dead is the best track on this album. It's fucking amazing, dude. Closed Eyes is just, it's just something you would never hear. Really, it's something you would never fucking hear, man. And it's just so good. It is a really amazing album. Mechanical Spin Phenomena, another amazing track as well. It's really synths. It's got synths in it. Zero Gravity, another amazing track. And then you had the Riz Fulber Euphoric Recall remix of Bloodstain. Yeah, dude, this album, you guys owe it to yourself to listen to this album, please. If you guys love my channel, if you love what I do, then I want you to listen to Nemec, Mechanical Spin Phenomena. Number 7. Mushroomhead 13. Wow. The first time that I listened to this band was Solitaire Unraveling. I listened to the album. It's decent. It's decent. It's a decent album. It really is. It's a decent album. I will give you that. But it's not their best. It is by far their best album. By far. 13 is their fucking masterpiece. M3 is really good. Don't get me wrong. It's a really good album. But 13 is their fucking masterpiece. Kill Tomorrow, such an amazing intro. Sun Doesn't Rise, Freddy vs. Jason. Was it Freddy vs. Jason? Yeah, dude, that's the first time I heard this track. I was like, wow, this is a fucking amazing track. Mother Machine Gun, probably one of the best tracks on this album. It starts off a beautiful piano intro from Schmotz. And I'm actually friends with Schmotz, and I'm friends with most of this band, dude. And they're just an amazing band. I actually asked the band if I had their permission to cover Nowhere to Go, which is the next track, and we did. We covered Nowhere to Go. Me, Glenn Mitchell, and Mudsmacked both covered. We all three covered this song on it. It's gonna be on the new World Suspension album. And yeah, I've grown to love this song. I used to not like this song, but I've grown to love it. after listening to our version and their version too. Becoming Cold 216, the best track on this album. I fucking love this track. There's not one single day that I don't listen to this track, man. It's such a great track. It really is. It's so different. It's so different. And this whole album's just so different. One More Day, man. This is another good track, too. It's a ballad, but it's really, really fucking good. It's such a great fucking track. One More Day to Regret. It's so good. The Dream Is Over. This is just straight J-Man. Straight J-Man. And it's just such a powerhouse, man. It's just full octane, pedal to the metal, go through the whole track. It's amazing. It is an amazing track. The War Inside, another freaking amazing anthem for Mushroom Head. Almost Gone. It starts out with a fucking motorcycle. Do you need to know anything else? It starts out with a revving of a motorcycle, dude. That in itself is badass. Eternal, another freaking amazing synthetic industrial masterpiece of a track. Our Own Way, a really good song too. Destroy the World Around Me, the second best track on this album. It's such a masterpiece, it really is. And getting to see it live is amazing too. I've never seen it live, but I've heard from my friends, and I watched a video of it live, and it sounds amazing. My friend Matt loves this band. Actually, both of my friends, Matt, love this band. And 13 is just basically, it's kind of like a fucked up lullaby. And it leads right into one of my favorite songs by Seal, Crazy. It's a cover of Seal. It is so amazing. It really is. It's such a good cover, man. I love the original, don't get me wrong. I fucking love Seal. I used to listen to Seal whenever I was like a little kid. My mom bought me my first Seal album, and dude, they did this so good. It's such a great version. I got a lot of respect for them covering a Seal song. I really do. Number 6, A Perfect Circle, 13th Step. The first time I listened to this album, I think I was maybe 16 or 17 years old, dude. Holy fucking shit. I slept on this album for 3 straight years, dude. 3 straight years. And it's such an amazing album. From the beginning intro, the package. And it's such a fun song to play on the guitar. Into their anthem, Weak and Powerless. Such an amazing song too. And an amazing video too. And arguably into the best track on this album. It's not my favorite, but it's the best track as far as public considers, or like the underground public considers, The Noose. It talks about the story of someone wanting to hang themselves. And dude, I relate to this so much. Like, I suffered with depression back when I was like 13, 14, 15, 16. And yeah, dude, this song it's perfect. It really is. It's such an amazing ballad. Blue, another freaking amazing track. It's so unique. And you just think of like someone just laying in a bath lifeless when I listen to this song. It's so dark. Vanishing, another freaking a progressive masterpiece. It really is. Disappear. It's so good. It's so good. It really is. And it's all voice. It's all voice. It's all about Maynard's voice. And just Billy and Maynard just nail this track. A Stranger. One of my favorite tracks on the album, believe it or not. I love the delay on the guitar. I love this track so much. Shy away, a phantom. Love this track so much. It's very hard to play on guitar too. The Outsider, arguably probably the best track on this album as far as the main public. I don't really care for this track too much. I'll listen to it, but it doesn't really appeal to my taste. Crimes is just basically an instrumental that leads right into one of the most heavenliest covers ever. The Nurse Who Loved Me. And back then, I thought this was an original. This band led me to discover one of the best bands I've ever heard, Failure. and they're so underrated. It's ridiculous, man. It's fucking ridiculous. The Nurse Who Loved Me is such an amazing track. And then my favorite on the album, Pet. Oh, dude, I can't get enough of this track. This track is so good. It really is, man. This is probably going to be some of your guys' favorites too, but Pet is so good. It's such an amazing track. Lullaby, another good track too. It's more of a ballad, but it's still a good track, and it leads right into a finale. Gravity. Oh my god, dude, this track, this album was so good, dude. This kicked Murdenom's ass. It really did, dude. Their sophomore album is so much better than Murdenom's. It's so much better. I freaking love this album. Number 5. We're hitting our top 5, man. We're hitting our top 5. This is getting way harder. So many choices to pick from, man. So many choices. Filter. The Amalgamate. Oh my god. Dude, the first time I listened to this, I don't know. I freaking love this, dude. I love this album. I ordered this album. The 30th anniversary, I ordered it. I was like, oh my fucking god, I need this. I ordered it, and it's signed by Richard Patrick himself. It's not coming to mail yet, but it's coming. It's fucking coming, dude. And you better bet your ass I will be doing a full-on production album review of this album when I get it. You Walk Away. Such an amazing track. I love the chorus. I love the delays in the vocal. Just the guitar tone for this whole album is so good, dude. American Cliche. Another amazing track. One can argue that this is probably the best track on the album, but not in my case. Where Do We Go From Here? An amazing ballad. It's so good, dude. It's such a great track. It's probably one of my favorites. It's not my favorite though. Oh, it's one of my favorites. So many good songs on this album. So hard to pick favorites. Columbine is just a straight assault. It's about the Columbine High School shootings. Yeah, dude, it's so good, man. This album is so good. The Missing, an amazing ballad that you just would never expect to be in an album like this, man. It's just so good. This album is so good, dude. I can't get over how good this album is. I will be doing guitar covers, guitar lessons for this album in the future. The Only Way is the wrong way. I've done a lesson on this, and I love this track so much too. This is an acoustic guitar mixed with a fucking background electric guitar. First of its kind I've ever heard. I love this. My Long Walk to Jail. This is a good song too. It's kind of like a poppy ballad, and it's not really poppy. It's just it's so good. It's more upbeat, but yeah, I'm going to hell. Freaking love this song. So I Quit. It starts off with motherfucker. And it's so good. It's such an amazing track, and the chorus is what makes this song, dude. It's what makes this song. I really hope that you guys will go listen to this album. It's such a great album. My favorite album of Filter. My favorite track, Goddamn Me. So fucking good. Straight acoustic, and it's just such a damn good fucking song. I love this song so much. So underrated. So fucking underrated, man. This track is so good. It is so good. It Can Never Be the Same. A really good track too. It has a lot of progressive elements in it. The World Today and The Fourth. Both of these tracks are just, dude, this album is just amazing. I can't get over how amazing this album is, man. I really hope that you guys will listen to this album, because it's definitely my number 5. Number 4, Fight Star, Grand Unification. Another amazing album. Dude, this album, man. I remember the very first track that I listened to by Fight Star. and it was Paint Your Target. And I fell in love with this band, dude, ever since. And me and another fellow reactor, another fellow creator, share this in common. I made a group on Facebook, and that's how I met FYM. I've been friends with FYM for close to 10 years now, man. And yeah, dude, me and him love this fucking band, dude. We love this fucking band. And dude, I would love to own every single album on vinyl. I really would. This band is so fucking underrated, it's ridiculous, man. For 2006, this album is a fucking masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. I love this album. To Sleep, a ballad that leads right into one of the best fucking anthems of all time, Grand Unification Part 1. An amazing video and an amazing song. The production on this album is out of this fucking world amazing. I'm telling you guys. Waste a Moment, one of their ballads, still a good song. Arguably, I really think they should have put Palanuik's Laughter on this album. It belonged on this album. It belonged on this album. I'm so pissed that it's not on this album. But hopefully, in the future, they'll throw it on an album, because I love that song. Sleep Well Tonight, an amazing ballad too. Sleep well tonight, I'll make you the first time. And then Charlie Simpson, the lead singer of Busted, is the lead singer of Fightstar. And not to mention, the guitarist and the bassist have a project called Gunship. I just learned that this year. And then you have Omar on the drums. Dude, this band, underrated as fuck, dude. Underrated. Such an amazing band. It's ridiculous how good it is. Paint Your Target. The very first track I heard by this band is so good. And the video is just so cool. It shows like missiles going over a country, like a third world country. And it's just Paint Your Target. It basically telling that the world's fucked up, basically. And it's such an amazing track. I covered this next one, Build an Army. This is my favorite track on the album. This and Wake Up are my two favorite tracks on the album. Oh, sorry, Mono. Fuck, I forgot. Mono was on here. Yeah, Build an Army, amazing track. Here Again, Last Conversation. Build an Army has a lot of progressive elements in it. Dude, the final solo, or not the solo, the final guitar riffs in this track is amazing. Here Again, Last Conversation. Now we're here again. Yeah, it's just so good. It's such an amazing, amazing track. Lost Like Tears in Rain. It starts with the rain, and the rain comes later. And I like the EP version of this way better than the album version, but the album version is still good. Open Your Eyes. This is an amazing ballad. These guys are like fans of like Imogen Heap and stuff like that. Bjork. That's such a great freaking album. The best track on this album, Mono. Mono will change your life. It will. I'm telling you, dude. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. I really am. I'm getting goosebumps talking. I love this track. And arguably, the EP version is way better than the album version. It really is. But dude, this track, man, unlike anything I've ever heard. And a fellow reactor, TNT, The Adventures of TNT, T from TNT, reacted to this track, and it was a live version. And dude, he loves this. It's one of his favorite bands. And yeah, dude, I love this band so much, dude. I'm so glad that I discovered this band on YouTube. I get so passionate when I talk about Fightstar. I cry every single time I listen to Mono. Every single time. It's such a beautiful track. Hazy Eyes, really amazing track too. Arguably, it's a ballad, kind of like a ballad. And then you have a real ballad, Grand Unification Part 2. Hold my breath until the way is come. It's just an amazing wall of sound at the end. It just hits you. It just hits you and gives you straight goosebumps. This album is so fucking amazing, dude. Wake Up. The perfect finale for this album. It brings in a choir. That's all I gotta say. There's a choir in this song. It's such an amazing fucking album, dude. Top 3. Here we go. Number 3. Thrice. The Artist in the Ambulance. wow. The first time I listened to this album, I was 13, 14 years old when I discovered Thrice, because my friend showed me Deadbolt. My friend Alex back home showed me Deadbolt. And I went out of my way, and I went to the CD store, and I bought The Artist and the Ambulance. Every single track on this album is a fucking banger, dude. A fucking banger. And I have yet to listen to the reimagined version. I hope I can get to it. I really, really hope I can get to it. I'm fucking busy. But yeah. Cold Cash and Cold Hearts talks about how the world's so fucked up and how the elite rule the world. And we're just pawns in their little fucking game. I love this track so much, dude. Under a Killing Moon, I heard the new version has fucking Sam Carter from Architects. And yeah, dude, this track, there was a band called Dayspring that used to pull me on stage, and I would sing Under a Killing Moon with them, I would sing Silhouette with them, and I would sing The Abolition of Men with them. And dude, yeah, that's how I started my vocal career, basically. That's how I started vocals. Thrice was the band that got me into singing. Literally, got me into singing. Deftones was guitar, Thrice was singing, and Filter was bass. Not Filter. Incubus was bass. Or was it bass? Was it Incubus? Yeah, sorry. I don't think it was. I think it was Incubus. I can't remember. It's been so long. All that's left. One of the best tracks on this album. And the video's amazing. I love this. We are all that's left. And it's just so good. It talks about these guys are a Christian rock band. They're a Christian post-hardcore band. At the time I didn't know what post-hardcore was. I just thought everything was rock or metal. But then I started getting into depth of what genres were, and just, yeah, man. I was gonna pick Under Oath. I really was gonna pick Under Oath, but dude, this album has way more plays than Under Oath does. Silhouette, my second favorite track on this album. So good. Such a great fucking track. Your eyes followed me here. It's so good. And it really, this whole album reminded me of Story of the Year. Really. When I listened to Thrice, it reminded me of Story of the Year. I don't know why. Page Avenue is another fucking amazing album by Story of the Year. But yeah, dude, when I listened to Thrice, this changed the name of the game. This album changed the name of the fucking game. Stare at the Sun, an amazing fucking track with an amazing chorus. So good. Paper Tigers, just an onslaught of just straight screams. And it's just like, what is this scream? And this is when I learned what it was. False chord. And I didn't know what fucking false chord was until I listened to Thrice. Hoods of Peregrine, another freaking amazing track. The Melting Point of Wax used to be my favorite track on the album. Blood Clots and Black Holes. In the past, I did not like this song too much. But yeah, dude, I love this song now. I fucking love this song. I love this whole album. Blood Clots and Black Holes. The Artist and the Ambulance. 'Cause I'm due for a miracle. I'm waiting for a sign. Yes, dude. My third favorite on this album. It really is. And I'm a Christian. I go to church every Sunday. I worship God. And just this track hits me. It almost brings a tear to my eye every single time I talk about or just listen to this beautiful track, man. It talks about someone that dies and goes in the ambulance and he goes to heaven. It's beautiful, dude. The Abolition of Man is another amazing track. It is my favorite track on this album. I love the ending. The ending just makes this track. It really is. The screams in the end, so good. Don't Tell 'Em We Won't Ask, the perfect finale to this beautiful album. It really is. It's such a beautiful fucking album. I love this album so much. I need this album. I need to own it, and I need the clear vinyl variant. So if you guys can help me get that, link it down below in the comments because I need it. I need this album in my repertoire. I need this album. Number 2. Now, a lot of you are gonna say that it's 9 Inch Nails. 2 is a tie. 2 is a tie. I will tell you that. I can't pick 9 Inch Nails. And I can't pick Hybrid Theory. Both of them. Both of them. I got so many plays on Hybrid Theory and so many plays on With Teeth. It is ridiculous, dude. It is ridiculous. I think I have maybe, I don't know, fucking 3 million plays on With Teeth and like 3 million plays on Hybrid Theory. Dude, every single track on With Teeth. We're gonna do 9 Inch Nails first. We're gonna do 9 Inch Nails first. This band, dude. I remember the first time I listened to this band. The Hand That Feeds. Sorry, it was Closer. Closer was the first track. And Downward Spiral is an amazing album, don't get me wrong. But With Teeth is just so fucking good, dude. Such a fucking amazing album. It starts out with an amazing fucking intro. It just, I've told this to Rogan Josh many times. This album is such a fucking masterpiece, dude. It's no wonder it's not my number 1, but it's not. It can't be, dude. It can't be my number 1. All the Love in the World is such a beautiful intro. It really is. And then you have Trent Reznor's fucking head voice. Why do you get all the love in the world? I kind of fucked it up, but yeah. That's the first time I've ever heard anything like that, dude. And I was like, wow, dude, this band is such an amazing masterpiece of a band. I cannot wait till they make another album. You Know What You Are, another freaking amazing song. The Collector, another freaking amazing song. The Hand That Feeds, arguably the track that really got me into listening to 9 Inch Nails. Because Closer, I really didn't know who they were. And Hurt, I didn't know who they were. But The Hand That Feeds has really supplemented me listening to 9 Inch Nails. And, I mean, I made this hat, literally. This hat is for me. I had this hat made for me because I love this band so much. Yeah. You can't get this hat anywhere, by the way. Like, it's personally made. Love Is Not Enough. Another freaking amazing track. It talks about how love is not enough. They need more. They need lust. And it's just... It's such a dark track, it really is. Every Day Is Exactly the Same. Those of you who watched the movie Wanted will know what this track is. It's the beginning track of the movie. And it's such an amazing track. It really is. I'm so glad that they put it in the movie. Because every time I watch the movie, I was like, that's fucking Reznor. Yeah, dude. And the fact that Filter, Richard Patrick used to be in this band, dude. And I learned that last year. I was like, wow, that's insane, dude. That's insane. That's insane. I freaking love that. And he said that he started Filter because of Reznor. He was, we're going to go off topic real quick. Richard Patrick and Trent Reznor were sitting at a coffee shop. According to him, he was sitting at a coffee shop in Italy. And I think it was Switzerland. Switzerland or Italy. I watched one of his interviews. And Trent Reznor told Patrick that he should start his own band. And he's like, because Patrick was going to move back and just, you know, go back to California and be, you know, just live his life. And then Reznor's like, you should start a band. Bam! There it is, man. Filter was born. Short Bus came out. And oh my god, dude. I have yet to listen to this full album. I'd never listened to the full album of Short Bus. I really haven't. But dude, that was so wow. That was such a wow moment to me to know that Richard Patrick was in 9 Inch Nails, one of my top 5 favorite bands in the world. What were we on? With Teeth. With the teeth, the freaking love this track, dude. The delay in his voice, so fucking cool, dude. I never heard anything like this in my entire life. I get so freaking passionate to talk about this song. It's such an amazing song. Only another amazing song. It's so good. It's so good, dude. This track's so good. Ugh, Getting Smaller. Another freaking amazing track. Sunspots, my favorite on the album. My favorite on the album. I love the synth. The synth in this fucking track alone makes this song. The synth is unbelievable. It's so good. It's freaking cool as shit, man. Love this track. The line begins to blur. It starts out with straight static and straight feedback, and then it just leads right into such a fucking amazing track. Beside You in Time, another amazing track. Or sorry, I had that wrong. Beside You in Time was the feedback track. The other one was, it starts with bass and starts with drums. That's The Line Begins to Blur. And it has a delay and with a reverb on Reznor's vocals, and he just sounds like he's in the background. And then once it reaches the fucking chorus, dude, he comes to the foreground. It is so cool. It's such an amazing song. Beside You in Time, another freaking amazing track. I love the ending. The ending is just, it's just a pure industrial masterpiece, dude. If you guys love industrial, please listen to this album. It's an amazing album. Right Where It Belongs. It starts out him alone singing. It starts out him alone. This is the perfect finale. It starts him alone singing. He's just alone singing. That's it. And then when it leads into, I think, the second chorus, it's a crowd, dude. You hear a crowd behind Reznor's vocals. It legit sounds like he's singing it live. He switched the whole song into a studio version, into a live version. And he's not the only band to do this. Taproot has done this as well in just a small portion of Myself. And yeah, dude, this album, it's fucking amazing, dude. It's fucking amazing. Please go listen to it. If you love industrial metal, go listen to it, because it's fucking amazing. Tied for second place. Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory. Do I need to say anything else? Do I honestly need to say anything else? From the beginning, Paper Cut, into One Step Closer, one of my favorite tracks on this album. With You is my favorite track, next to By Myself. Points of Authority, Crawling, A Runaway, By Myself, In the End, A Place for My Head, Forgotten, Cure for the Itch, and Pushing Me Away. Every single track on this album is fire. Every single track on this album. I love this track. I fucking love this album. This album's so good. I honestly can't say anything more. I really can't. I can't say anything more about this album. I'm fucking speechless at how good this album was. Rest in peace, Chester. This is the band that got me into metal. This is the band. This band and Stain are the two bands that got me into metal. And so good. Just looking at this, dude. This nostalgia is so real just looking at this album. It's so real, dude. Number one. I gotta take my hat off for this one, man. Is it any surprise to you guys? Like, really? Is it any fucking surprise? This album is a fucking masterpiece. Rest in peace, G. It's a fucking masterpiece. Deftones Around the Fur is the best album I have ever listened to in my entire life, dude. In my entire fucking life. I'm 33, almost 34 years old, and there hasn't been a band out there that can surpass this fucking masterpiece. Not one band. From the beginning, My Own Summer. Beautiful fucking anthem, man. I love this track so much. Labia. Dude, My Own Summer, the first time I heard My Own Summer was in Street Skater 2. And it was a Midsummer remix. And I was like, who the fuck is this? Or Midwinter remix, sorry, it's the Midwinter remix. Dude. I fell in love with this band. And then I bought Dave Mears Freestyle BMX. Guess what song was on there? BQAD. That's right. Be Quiet and Drive was on the second video game that I bought for my PlayStation. Unbelievable. Unbelievable fucking band, dude. An album. Dude, I love the album art. The album art on this is so fucking nostalgic, dude. I love this. This album is so good. It's so fucking good, dude. If I had to tie, dude, White Pony and Around the Fur are number one. Really, dude. White Pony and Around the Fur are number one, but if I can't tie, if I honestly cannot have a tie, this is my number one. This is my number one album of all time. I'm telling you guys, every single one of you watching, I don't care what genre you guys listen to, you owe it to yourself to listen to Deftones Around the Fur. At least once in your life, listen to the whole album. Let's get talking about it again. Labia. Somewhere downstairs. I've literally modeled my voice to try to sound like Chino my whole life, dude. He's my favorite vocalist of all time. Such a freaking genius, dude. This band is genius. The snare on this album, I hear it all the time. I watch reactions, I watch reviews, and that's all they can talk about is Abe Cunningham's snare. It's a legendary. It's a fucking legendary EQ on the snare. It really is. And I have modeled his snare. I've referenced his snare sound to sound exactly like it on my new album. Literally. Yeah. The snare and the fact that he plays the snare like unlike any other drummer out there. This guy plays the snare like it's a fucking double bass. It's amazing. He's an amazing drummer. And Steph is an amazing guitarist. Steven Carpenter is an amazing fucking guitarist. Chino Moreno is an amazing vocalist. Chi Chang, rest in peace, was an amazing bassist. He played a fucking fretless bass through this whole album. This whole album and Adrenaline, he played a fretless 4-string bass. Rest in peace, man. Mascara, another freaking amazing track. It's a ballad, but it's still a fucking amazing track. It really is, man. The production on this album, man, it's so fucking good, dude. It's so fucking good. 1990, when did this come out? 1997? Oh, let me look. They're gonna make me look, fuck. $1997, dude. Holy fucking shit, man. The production on this sounds like today's production. Literally. It sounds like today's production. The limiting, everything. The EQing. I forget who did this. Maverick. Same recording company as Madonna. Madonna actually got Deftones to be known. If you guys didn't know, that is an actual fact. That Madonna was the reason that Deftones are as popular as they are today. Around the Fur, my second favorite track on the album. Dude, the drumming on this song, I've literally practiced on this set so many times to get this song down, and I almost have it. I almost have it down. But it's such an amazing track. I love the chorus where he just screams out of nowhere. Space! Royalty! Should I go by a book? Should I go by the book? I don't want it! Yeah, it's such a fucking... I love this album. Ricketts. An Onslaught, dude. Onslaught, full throttle, fucking... Arguably, the start of deathcore. Because it's just straight screaming. It's straight screaming, and it's just so good. It's such a fucking amazing track. It is my favorite track on this album. Hands down, my favorite track. And this is a regular print, by the way. I'm not going to pull it out. Be Quiet and Drive, the anthem of the Deftones. Arguably, this and Change are the anthems of the Deftones. I did a lesson for Change and for Be Quiet and Drive. That lesson currently is at almost 50,000 views. That's insane to me, man. I made it 2 years ago, but that's insane to me. Lotion. This is an onslaught too. It's an onslaught of just straight screams, just straight brutalness. It's such a fucking amazing track. Die the Flu. Dude, Abe plays a snare with the bass pedal in the beginning. It's amazing. This song just goes into flawlessly, it goes. And just, yeah, man. Dude, this track's so good. This album's so good. Head Up featuring Max Cavalera from Cavalera, Conspiracy, Soulfly, and Sepultura. Oh my god. Dude. This track, the first time I heard it, I was like, wow. I remember we were listening to it on my buddy Joey. He had a Zune back then. You guys know what a Zune is, right? You guys remember what a Zune is? If you know what a Zune is, leave it in the comments. I want to see how many old heads are watching my video right now. But yeah, man, he downloaded this whole album for me. I fucking love this album, dude. MX. I think the best part about Head Up, real quick, before we move on to MX, the best part about Head Up is Cheese screams. When he screams so fly high, Chi, you're up in heaven, man. I freaking love this. Love this. Oh, MX. It means maintenance, but we're not gonna get into that. MX, very horny, sexy song, dude. It's got a girl. I think it's Abe's wife that does the background vocals. Very awesome track. She also did the background vocals in Knife Party. Whenever she's in the bridge, it sounds like someone's getting stabbed. That's her screaming. And yeah, Abe's wife's fucking really good singer. But yeah, it has a secret track. Damone's a secret track. It pops up, I think 36. I think it's 36, 38. I think. Don't fucking at me. We're gonna get it. 32, 36 is whenever Damone starts. An amazing outro. Really, it's an amazing outro. There is a bong hit before this. I think it's Steph taking a bong hit, but it's not really. It doesn't count as a track. I mean, it does, but it's all right. It's kind of like Steph chilled for like, I don't know, 30 minutes. He literally waited the whole 30 minutes and then started the next track after the bong hit because he wanted to get high, and then he wanted to play a fucking masterpiece of a track, Damone. And dude, Damone's just an onslaught. Chino's vocals are absolutely insane on this album. I hope you guys enjoyed, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is my 20,000 subscriber special. And whenever I hit 50K, if I hit 50K, I'm sure I will, but not anytime soon. When I hit 50K, I'll be doing a full-on vocal cover of Tala, Too Quick to Grieve, and also I will be doing a top 10 bands of all time. That's right. This has been the top 10 albums of all time. I have been your host, PTB, Pasta Boss, the Lich King. Peace!